Hey, Jitsi, welcome in. Just getting everything set up over here. There we go. Okay. Aha. All right, let me notify everybody that I'm live. Thank goodness for having a tablet. I need multiple screens at all times. There we go. Okay. I've done my duty. All right. Okay. I really want to finish this world tonight, you guys. I really want to finish the shell of the world. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I think it's at least going to take today. And maybe, just maybe, one more other day. Let's see. I gotta find my plants. I think I had... Is it the rhododendron? My parents would be very disappointed with my limited knowledge of plants. Because they have the green thumb and I do not. At all. Hey Kitty, welcome in. We got chemistry. It's coming along, Kitty Haws. I'm trying. My goal is to start building on Friday. That I'm very excited about for sure. But I'm trying to get all the details down so far. I'm thinking, you guys, of actually adding a beach to another area of town. It's gonna be like the turn where the rich city is, or the richer part of the city is, rather. My mom has a green thumb. I don't have one either. Oh, I took after my aunt, the poor thing. My aunt had like air plants. I forget. I think there's... I don't remember the exact name of the species of plant, but it's literally a plant that requires very little water. That was one of the only plants she could keep alive. So me and my aunt were like, you know, two peas in a pod with that. I have killed cacti, okay? That's how bad I am. I have this one plant that's still alive. It's this one. This beautiful little plant. And funny enough, this was given to me by my parents. I forget what it's called, but the slang term, I think, is like the mother-in-law's tongue for some reason. It looks kind of like aloe vera. But this kind of plant requires very little water, so it's the only plant that I've been able to keep alive. I actually transplanted it. It was a larger plant that had like many other smaller versions of it that were growing. Like it was kind of germinating, I guess you could say. So I actually transplanted a part of that plant into the pot, and I was like, thank goodness I didn't kill it. It was alive, so I was happy. Katie Haas says, can't wait. Me neither. I can't grow flowers to save my life, but I keep a mini cactus alive for most of the year. Yes, absolutely. Jitsi says, I think I'm too eager or overly cautious and overwater too, or don't water enough. Oh, seriously. Yeah, I had a really nice succulent at some point, and I overwatered it. I was really mad. Also, let me do this. All right, channel members, let's see. We got change the music station, tarot reading, start a poll, or accent time. So those are our redeems for now. I gotta add more, you guys. All right. So we got the retaining wall over here. I almost want to add some rocks. You know, like rocks along a beach. I feel like there would be some over here. Like roughly where the wall is. I'm trying to make it very detailed. But perhaps that's my demise. Kitty Ha says, yeah, that's what happened to my cactus. We were both unaware the other person was watering it. Oh no! Ended up running the inside. Yeah. That sucks. Oh my god, it was so funny, you guys. When I was little, my mom used to have this fake plant. I think it was like a calla lily, I think it's called. So it had these long stalks and it had like these white lily flowers up top. But little did I know, the whole plant was fake. And it was in this glass jar with like these little marbles or little gems, if you will. And every so often I would keep watering it. I would add like 1 cup of water when my mom wasn't looking, and eventually it got to a point where like the whole vase was like full of water. And she yelled at me, she's like, you're not supposed to water this plant. It's fake. You're gonna like damage the fake plant. But I think in retrospect it was pretty cute. It's like, I'm just trying to help, Mom. I don't want the nice plant to die. Oh gosh, it was so funny. I think she still has it too. The poor thing probably had to like drain all the water and like hand dry everything. And yeah, you know what's bad though, because it's like the plant is made out of like a foam. So I'm sure that if she didn't know, it would have started to like mold and rot in the pot, even though it's a fake plant. So I'm sure like because it was sitting for a while, it took a while to like clean everything. I thought it was hilarious though, honestly. I thought it was really funny. Like in retrospect. Ooh, I do like these big rocks. Have I not used these before? Let me see. Beach water rocks. I guess these are supposed to sit in the water. I think. Let me see. I definitely don't want the large rocks. We have these. Maybe I'll just go for the regular ones. Let me see. Mountain small? Ooh, that's a big rock. Okay. Smooth. I feel like these rocks aren't matching, you guys. Right? Right, you guys? Like, don't these look too dark? They don't look like the same ones. Extra large. Mountain small? Maybe it's these, you guys. Let me see. Mountain C. Yeah, I think it's these. Oh, hey, Heather. Welcome in. Oh, Kitty Haws. Isn't that like a line from Shrek? It's like, boulder. That's a nice boulder. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I want like some rocks over here. I hope that doesn't intersect the road in the sense where it would like prevent it from functioning. I don't think so though. Let me see. I'm gonna dip it into the water. I will say, you guys, the search feature in this program is very glitchy, so I would like to use it more, but I have to refrain because I might crash the program. Unfortunately. These are really large. Maybe these? Okay, there we go. That's better. Just a wee bit of rocks in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Roxy Roar. Welcome in. Yeah, it's been a while. You're right. It's been a little while. How have you been, Roxy? Let me add a few more over here, you guys. I kind of want to, like, span it out just a little bit. Let me see. Woo! That's huge. Okay. Sink it into the ground. Maybe some on the other side, too. Let me see. Oh my god, did you guys see what happened with Shrek? It's been everywhere. It kind of fizzled out for a little bit, but like with the recent Shrek movie, I am also appalled what they did with Shrek. People kept saying, oh, you know, like, they aged. And I'm like, no. I'm like, they changed the art direction. Like, they tried to modernize it. Like, it's not just, like, aging the character. Like, that is not the concern. And I think it's weird because the argument was like, oh, you know, like, we're trying to make it, like, more trendy for the youth. And I'm like, Shrek was never, like, I watched Shrek as a kid, but, like, Shrek also had a very, like, teen and adult appeal, too. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know, like, what they're doing with Shrek. I don't understand what they're trying to do, really. I don't hate it, but it's a bit off seeing them in the newer animation. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you can tell, like, just by looking at the character models, you know that they've been modified. It's like, let's not like hit ourselves here, you know. Let me see. I do like some of the larger rocks. Ooh. This looks almost like coral, I think. As a Shrek fan, I'd like to see the movie before judging it too harshly. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm not happy about the art change, honestly, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Somebody said that they actually retconned part of the Shrek movies. Like, they retconned, I think, what happened with, like, Shrek Ever After with the whole Rumpelstiltskin thing. Which is interesting. It's been a long time since I saw it, though, so I don't exactly remember what happened. I kind of like that in a weird way. Let me see. The problem is, I don't remember the tree. I don't remember the tree, you guys. Let's see. I think it's like a tropical palm or something. Let me see. Tree. This one. Put some of these over here. Lovely. Maybe I should make a little bit of sand over here. Let me see. Tropical rhododendron hydrangeas are the smaller ones. I use some of these too, but let me see. Plant heather variation. Speaking of heather. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yep. I gotta use them a little bit carefully though because we're on a slope. So it's not gonna fit perfectly. Yes, very tropical. Absolutely. It's gonna float a little bit, but it should be okay. It's a nice little island. For sure. We're gonna have a resort over here. We're gonna have like at least 2 resorts, I think. We'll have one on the island, and then we'll have one that is in the rich folk area. Darlings. Where the rich folk live. Let's see. Heather. That reminds me, this is random, you guys, but have you guys ever seen the movie The Heathers with, what's her name? Winona Ryder, and I think it was Christian Slater? It's been a very long time since I've seen that movie. It's not for everybody. It's very much like a cult classic. Plant heather, and then plant hydrangea. This one. Heard of it, but not seen it. Yeah. It's a pretty dark film, I will say that. Like, I like a film like Death Becomes Her, where it's like a dark comedy, but it's more lighthearted in my opinion. But I remember watching that, like, The Heathers, and I was like, ooh, okay, like this is actually dark. There's a lot of death in there, I will say that. You like a dark comedy? Yeah. Fair. She's like, there's a hole in my stomach! Something like that. I always love in the end when, I think it was when Goldie Hawn, like, when she grabs onto Meryl Streep and she's like, and she like falls down with her in the stairs. It's that noise she has where it's like, I would love to make them in The Sims. Not like here's the thing, you guys. I like in this world, I want a lot of very interesting folks, and I do want to model them after characters from movies, but I don't want to use like their same exact name because obviously I would want for, yeah, that is somebody heads arguing. This says something like, do you remember where you parked the car? But I would like to have versions of characters inspired by movies and whatnot, but of course like almost like a parodied version where you don't have to honor the storyline. Welcome in, Hezekiah. But yeah, that would be a great thing. Like, he could be a doctor. You have like a doctor sim, and then two women that are like in a love triangle with the doctor, and they can be very like vain and diva like. It would make for a great Sims family, honestly. Yeah, novel cons for sure, yeah. Now I feel like most of Hollywood is living Death Becomes Her. Okay, let me lift up the terrain over here. Because the rocks almost seem like they're floating a little bit. Let me see. And it was the first time I'd seen Bruce Willis with hair. Oh, yeah, seriously. Did I break the road? I don't think so. You know what's so funny, you guys? And it's no shade to like these actors because they're obviously great actors, but certain actors that I've grown up with, I've only seen them like past their prime. So somebody like Morgan Freeman, for example, like I've always seen him as kind of like an older man. Like I've never seen him young, like in his 20s, for example. So like he's looked the same way. Or somebody like what's his name? Is it Martin? What's his name? It's not Charlie Sheen or Martin Sheen. It's that guy. Oh, Steve Martin. That's what his name is. Steve Martin. I've always seen him as old as well. Like I've seen him as an older man. I've never seen him young in anything. For some reason, it's very common with like older male actors where I've always known them as old. I've never seen them like in their youth, if you will. It's strange. Hezekiah saying with me, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? They've always just been like old to me. Or even like, let me see who else is like that. I almost thought of Christopher Walken. I mean, I saw him in Batman, like Batman Begins, I think. The one with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. I think he was younger there, but he always looked a little older to me as well. Oh, Leslie Nielsen, yeah. Oh, Leslie Nielsen's great. He's such a great, like, comedic actor. But yeah, he's always seemed old to me. Like, he always looked like he was 60 plus every single time. Like, Naked Gun, Scary Movie. Kitty Haas, it's like when Pamela Anderson stopped wearing makeup, although she's honestly still stunning. I know, I'm honestly so proud of her, especially because, like, she grew up, not she grew up, like her, I feel like Pamela Anderson's career, like, she was definitely, like, an SEX icon for so long. It was always about her appearance, so that's a huge, like, it takes a lot of courage to be like, you know what, like, I want to be me. I don't want to have to worry about piling on makeup, product, all of that, and just embracing who she is, you know, it just like her natural beauty and her natural age. Like, I think that takes a lot of guts, and I hope she doesn't become discouraged by people who make comments against her, because it's really ishy that people do that to her when this woman's been objectified for so long, and she's probably aware that she's been used to being objectified in her career. So it's kind of like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to worry about all this. I think Alicia Keys was another artist that went like makeup free, or at least close to it as well. Oh no. Hold on, you guys, hold on. One sec, hold on. My laptop has like terrible battery life if I don't plug it in. Hey, Lady Oaks. My hubby heard and said Steve Martin has always had gray hair. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does seem like that. Did he go gray early? Or like earlier on, I guess? Kitty Haas says, oh, Michelle Pfeiffer was my favorite Catwoman. Oh, yeah, she was good, yeah. I feel like in my dark fantasy, I would like to be Catwoman. Not Catwoman, but like Catman. It's like, you're like a very, like, sad, like, shy, like, meager person, and all of a sudden, like, you die, and then some kitty cats come and save you, and then you're like this badass after. Lady Oak said he went gray early. Ah, okay. Ooh, Eartha Kitt, yeah. Hezekiah, I've seen way more positive reviews on Pamela embracing her age than negative reviews. Yeah, that's a good thing. There will always be people online, though, that will, like, criticize her for it. And I think the worst part is, like, they're a woman criticizing her. Like, oh, she would be beautiful if she just used a little bit of eyeliner and lipstick. And it's like... I'm like, that's her whole point. Like, she doesn't want to feel pressure to, like, have to put on her face every single day. And it's not even, like, her face. You know what I mean? And she's also doing it. She's not doing it in a way to bash women who do use makeup. She just wants to liberate herself from that. But then the fact that, like, other women are, like, bashing her, saying, oh, she should wear makeup. She looks terrible. I mean, that's awful that people are thinking that way. I just saw Alpha Bro losers hating on her, and honestly, their opinions don't matter. Yeah, seriously. Oh my god, she's probably much more loved and, like, more wealthy and famous than them anyway. Seriously. I always love the piece of advice that I forget who told me it, but it's, I think my ex had said it, my mom had said it. It's like, whenever you're being attacked by someone or insulted by somebody, like, always consider where the source is, like, who the source is, take it from who it's coming from, kind of thing. And even if the person has more fame or more money, for example, it's like, you know, look at their intention with what they're doing. Like, are they really good people for making comments like that? Like, should we really give them the time of day? You know what I mean? Okay. I do like that formation. It's interesting. Let me see if I can maybe extend the beach a little bit, though. Pop it up. Pop it up. Hey, BB Buns. That is a name. Welcome in over on Twitch. BB Buns. There's this little area of sand over here that's very stubborn, you guys. I'm trying to raise it a little bit, but I'm so worried about botching the road. See how it's kind of beveling up a little bit? Yeah, I think I ruined it. I think I ruined it just a little bit. Let me see. Okay, I think it's where it needs. I'm gonna try to flatten it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that little tiny bump. I'm trying to think of, like, what else I could put over here, but I don't want to overcrowd this area. It's just that little tiny bit. Let me see. Yeah, it's really stubborn. I don't know why. Do a slight hill. Maybe? I think I'm just gonna... I think I'm just breaking the road trying to fix this, you guys. I don't know. What's really strange, you guys, is, like, I don't understand why the brush only comes in a circle. Sometimes, with the right selections, it does change to square. I think it does with the paint, but then not the sculpt, which is very annoying. I can smooth it like this. And I think we're getting somewhere. Okay. Let me see if there are any other areas. I could put some rocks over here as well. Like, I don't mind if the beach kind of extends. Ooh, I could almost make the beach go across. What do we think about that? That makes sense. Like, we could almost connect the beach. Would that be weird? I mean, you can swim across. I mean, look at that. Yeah, you know, in theory, like, Sims could actually just swim over. Which is actually kind of cool. You don't have to go all over, like, the bridge, for example. There is a little bit of a glitch here, though. Let me see. I need to fix this. Let's do flatten. Hey, Alethea, welcome in. Ooh. Yeah, see, this is where I would need the square brush. But we don't have that. Let me do flatten. I'll just do, like, the harsher option. Can we do that? There we go. Okay. That's better. Alethea, you just got the notification. Oh. Well, I've been live for like half an hour. Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry it came a little late. All right, we got we got floating rock syndrome over here, okay? This I have to fix. I think I'll just make it sandy. Elevate the sand. By the way, you guys, who here has played Inzoi? I've been eyeing it. I just don't know if it's worth getting. Especially because it's still early access. Anybody play Inzoi yet? Yes, better late than never. Absolutely. All right, let's bring in some sand. Alethea says not yet, and then Kitty Haw says thinking about buying it. Okay. Isn't it $40, you guys? I feel like that's so crappy that, like, for an early access game, it's so expensive, but I guess it's bought under the premise that, like, if you purchase it, you would then have the full version later on, I guess. Lady Oak says, I did, it's good. They have done tons of updates. Okay. Yeah, people have said so far that the game is kind of like a mixture of Sims 3 with GTA. Hezekiah, even if you wanted to, you can't. Oh, okay. Is it like computer issues, like not having the right specs? I could run it, but it makes my PC so hot. Yeah. Kitty Haw says it's like 55 Canadian dollars, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty steep. Yeah, for me, I'm like, I'm just gonna buy like Sims 3 expansions at this point because I do want to rebuild my collection. You have to have a beefy PC, says Lady Oaks. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on getting more of the expansion packs for Sims 3 at this point. I feel like I do want to keep watching gameplay, though. I do want to keep watching gameplay of Inzoi, just to get a better idea of what it's like. Ugh, I'm about to eat into this little area over here. Yeah, oh, only available for PC. Yes, that's true, Hezekiah. Yep. That's very true. Okay. Ooh. Damn, I really broke this road over here. Okay. Let me go a little smaller. Alethea, plus I'm remaking one of my venues I had made back in August. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I think you mentioned it on Discord, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let me repair this, you guys. It's looking rough. Alright. Almost there. It's very stubborn, though. Okay. It kind of, like, bubbles up, but I guess it'll have to do. Lady Oaks, I have my hubby's old 3060, but rest of my PC does need updated before I can play the game. Create a Zoe. It's fun. There's a lot of things just in the base game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like, from what I'm seeing so far, I agree. There's even, like, a level of, like, a crime system as well. Like, in terms of, like, you can go to jail in the game. That definitely makes it interesting. My heart can't take it anymore. Oop, that was a little bit of, what is that song, you guys? Hold on, let me remember the song. I don't wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. Cause my heart can't take it anymore. I forget who sings that. I just remember that. And then, like, part of the song is like, like with just like a humming almost. You guys remember that song? I can't remember who sings it though. Although I think a certain somebody raps in that song, which obviously is not that great anymore if they cannot include that person. Let me see. Am I right in that? I'm trying to remember who sings it. Maybe they're not in the song. Maybe they're not. I think I may be mistaken. Who sings the song? Mario Winans. I've never heard of this artist. I know Mario, like crying out for me, like that one, but not this one. Oh, okay, the person that I'm thinking about. Yeah, I think they are in this song, unfortunately, but I think there's a version that doesn't have him in there. Yeah, Lady Oaks, yeah. They probably have versions without him in it, though. So, I guess it's okay. I don't even know many songs that have that guy in there, honestly. Like, in terms of, like, I don't know a lot of his music. And then when I was remembering the song, I'm like, wait a minute, I think he's on there. He goes by Puff sometimes, Hezekiah. Oh, hey, Mark. Welcome in. It's been a long time, Mark. I usually used to bump into you on Pip's streams, but I'm usually not up that late. Everyone's like, oh, yeah. Yep, that's him. Alethea, I'm waiting on Paralives. No, seriously, it's been so long, Alethea. I think they've been working on it for like 6 years now. Obviously, they're a small studio, so I understand, but I feel like at this point, I would like to see at least like a Paramaker kind of demo. I want to see something. I'm really afraid, like, if they wait too long, interest may dwindle in the game a little bit. So I'm kind of like, all right, Paralives, like, let's get it in motion. You have Inzoi that's already out, you know? Maybe they'll be okay, though. But, yeah, I'm getting a little bit, like, impatient now. I'm like, I need to see something. I want to see something, you know? Alright, let me paint some grass. Mark says, why have I never seen your hair before? Oh, I've gone without a hat before. I think because you came, how do I say it? Like, you came, a little later in the game, I guess. Yeah, I've been going hatless for a little while. Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't want, like, all of this very stark, rocky texture coming through. I'm glad that I can paint over it. Some games where it's like, if you alter the terrain, you can't actually paint over it. It's kind of, like, embossed in there. Sounds good, Lady Oaks. Maybe I can do just a little bit. Hello, Raven. Doing some skincare while lurking? That's fine. No problem. Maybe just a little bit of the rocky texture, like maybe along the edge. Oh my god, you guys, I was so glad I got a new mouse. It's not a very fancy mouse, but before my other mouse was acting up so bad, it would get stuck, and then I wouldn't be able to click things or click things by accident. It was very frustrating, but I'm glad I got that worked out. Pat it in, pat it in. Do, 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 do. It's an art of airbrushing. a lot of airbrushing. The camera is also very sensitive in this program, I will say that. Also, you guys, I feel like I do want to get back into build challenges. Those are always the videos that I actually like editing the most. And it's funny enough, they actually are usually my more popular videos, which I'm like, well, that's cool. Like, they're videos I like doing and people enjoy them. So I think I will start build challenges again. I'm just not sure when just yet, but it will be sometime soon. If you guys want to stick around for that. That's so Raven. Okay, I like that. Ooh, you know what? I didn't do my research, you guys. I had to look up the lot sizes that come with the... Excuse me, the lot sizes that come with late night. Because I don't have that information, unfortunately. And I do need it because I want there to be a city area over here. But I don't know the lot sizes yet. So I'm kind of like... I'm not sure yet. I should look that up, but... Yeah. It's my fault. Let me see. Cluster the trees. Oh my goodness, thank you for gifting the membership, Alethea. We got Sims Overdose. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Sims Overdose comes in here quite a bit. Thank you, thank you. I guess I could do like more tropical things over here, maybe. Let me take a break though. Let me see. I'm gonna move somewhere else. This is how I maintain my my momentum, you guys. I'm gonna have to hop somewhere else. Let me see. Do like this area. I need to fix this though. Boop boop boop. Hey. Let's flatten the terrain over here. Okay, it like slopes a little too much. Let me see. Okay. Let's paint in some green. Okay. Now, I should buffer some of this out. Let me see. Boop, 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 hey. Hezekiah, speaking of Raven, I created a household that's a gender swap version of Raven's house when I started playing Sims 4 again. Ooh, that's interesting. So, it's inspired by the new show, right? Like the spin-off? So then Raven and Chelsea are males, and then Nia is now a guy. Nia and Tessa are now both guys, and then Booker and Levi are ladies. That's interesting. There are actually some characters that I want in this world, you guys, that are going to be inspired by characters from movies and shows. So I actually want to do a little bit of like, it's a mixture of like Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Bewitched, where there's like a magical female and then her lover is a mortal, like kind of like an awkward, like mortal, if you will. And then we did talk about Death Becomes Her, like making an appearance in this world as well. So that will be fun. Raven, I booted up my Sims 3 yesterday, opened it at 5. It got ready to play at 6:45, and then 2 Sims and Cast took me until 9. And then it crashed without saving. Oh no. Oh god. No. I mean, crashing in Sims is always like, it's devastating. Especially because it took so long, Raven. That's too bad. Oof. Yeah, you actually reminded me, one of my friends in college, we used to play Sims. And back then it was just Sims 3. And she worked on a mansion for like 3 hours, and then the game crashed on her and she didn't save. So... R.I.P. my friend Anna's mansion. She just looked at it and she was like, great, that's just great, and she just closed her computer. It's like, that's the only way you can honestly process that, because oh, it's very frustrating. All right, problem is, you guys, I don't know what this area is. I guess it's the farm. Ooh, the bridge area and Supernatural. It kind of is this too. Let me do the farm though, because this is leading into the farm over here, so. Yeah, feel your pain, RIP. I'd be devastated. Yeah, seriously. That's rough. Also, can you guys hear the music all right? Let me just check in with you guys on that. I have no idea what fence this is either. I think it's this. Yep. I didn't even get to play out of cast and boom. Yeah. That's rough. Oops. You guys, I'm making this world, like, if this is the one world I make, I gotta really love it. So I'm really going all out on this. Like I said, it is inspired by the Everything Island by Ruthless_KK. It's another really great world, and I think it actually uses quite a bit of packs, but it does use a lot of the same ones I'm using here. Hey, Tiana. Yes, Lurk Away, and GTA. Alethea, I love your book, Raven. I didn't want to finish it. I'm slowly reading a couple of paragraphs just to wait until you get more out there. Oh, yeah. We have an author in our midst. Let me see. Trying to align these things, you guys. Oh my goodness. Let me see. The camera is pretty, like, user-friendly, but it does move a little bit too abruptly for my taste. New chapter on Monday. Ooh. Raven says, I'm having an anxiety attack right now because I used a treatment shampoo for the first time and the smell is different, so my brain is bad, 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 bad. Oh. Is it a bad smell, Raven, or is it just different? I thought you used, like, the wrong product for a second. Like, I've heard of like, people who've done pranks where they've like, switched out someone's shampoo for, like, hair removal. That is an awful prank. I feel like that's traumatizing. I don't like pranks that go that far. That's really bad. It's different, and lately different stresses me out for some reason. Okay. Okay, I think... Yeah, that's pretty good. Patience! This requires so much patience, you guys. It doesn't cooperate either. Like, the rotation is not too good, but it's gonna have to do. Let me see. Alethea, I've been reading other books, so I don't go over the little paragraphs I've been reading. I have to get back into reading, you guys, but my reading has always been audiobooks just because I do work quite a bit, and it's easier for me to listen than it is to actually sit down and read. Certain things I do want to read, though. Like, for example, like nonfiction. I think for me, I'd rather sit down and read because I need to take that information in. If that makes sense. It's easier for me to follow a narrative, and if I miss something, normally it can be filled in later on, but like nonfiction, it'll just go right over my head if I'm not actively listening. Okay. It drives me crazy And I can't help myself. I forget who sings that one. That's an 80s song, but I can't remember who sings that. Little by little. At least these come in 3. If this thing, you guys, if this railing came in only 1 piece each, I think this would make me like go crazy. I couldn't do it. That's far too little. I think there is a version that does, but I don't want to resort to that. I want to go for these larger pieces. Let me see. Crap. I think this one needed more of a turn. More of an angle, rather. Like, something like this. Raven says, my brain seriously needs a chill pill. It freaks out over anything and nothing at all. Sometimes the only thing I'm doing is breathing and it goes into threat. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. My ex, still, my ex still like does deal with anxiety chronically, and then I recall a lot of times like him having panic attacks, and there's not even always like a stimulus. Sometimes it just happens, you know. Sometimes it is a very minor thing or something that would seem like relatively benign, but it's rough. Sometimes it feels like your brain is like playing tricks on you, if you will. Yeah, chemical imbalances. I think that's like, that's definitely a thing that a lot of people don't understand, because I think especially of the older generation, I feel like the older generation was not as, what's the word? Not as open to learning about mental health. So it was always a matter of like, oh, well, you're just in a bad mood, you know? Or like, you're not thinking positive. Or like, you need to get off the couch and go and work or get a hobby. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. Like this is beyond just being sad or bored. Like this is way more complex than that. Literal chemical imbalances that you cannot control. You know, that's why you need it's important to have that like what's the word? It's important to have like the destigmatization of medicine, you know, in terms of like taking medication, prescription pills, if you will, because that, you know, it's just like, I remember my ex said, it's almost like, you know, treating like a physical ailment, for example. It's like somebody, I'm trying to think of I'm so not good with medicine, but, you know, think about somebody that has a physical ailment and the only treatment they can have, like that would, you know, make their experience better is medication. It's the same thing for a lot of like mental illnesses and whatnot, where you simply need medication as part of the treatment, you know. But obviously, I think for a while there was a big stigma of like, ooh, like you're on pills because, you know, you're unstable. And that's a very like unfair, that's a very like narrow-minded and unfair judgment on somebody. You know what I mean? But thankfully, I think we progressed a lot farther, and we don't have that same stigma that used to happen back then. You know what I mean? Okay, we got a little road over here. I kind of want to make the ground a little bit more jagged. Let me see. I always like going for that kind of rougher look. It's a little too much, though. Let me see. Kitty says, I can't imagine living without my medication. It helps significantly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my ex used to say the same thing, too. Yeah, and it's also a thing where if you miss it, like you'll also, like from what he's told me, it's like it's very palpable. Like if you do miss your medication for a little while, you're like, uh-oh. You can start to feel the effects come into place, if that makes sense. Because it is trying to help your brain, like, regulate those chemicals, like, in a healthier way, I guess you can say. It's almost like the effect of, like, somebody who's eating very well, like eating a balanced diet, and then all of a sudden, like, they stop and they have a few days of junk food. Your body feels it, you know? So it's the same as, like, if you neglect, at least from what he's told me, that's what happens, like, when he starts to, like, neglect. If he neglects the medication or chooses not to take it. Raven, as soon as I get back to my country where healthcare is much more accessible, I'm going to ask the doctors for meds so I can live in peace. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hezekiah, I'm in the opposite when it comes to medication. Are you saying it makes it worse for you, Hezekiah? Could go a little bit more jagged on the mountains. Let me see. I'm just paranoid when it comes to medication. Ah, okay. No, that's fair. I'm kind of the same way too. I think it's a matter of, like, factors that I'm not even, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not knowledgeable enough, obviously, to prescribe or anything like that. But I guess it just depends on your situation in terms of, you know, what you're currently dealing with, the severity. Unfortunately, at least from, like, the experiences that I've had with my ex and that he's told me about, there are some things that, like, you unfortunately can't just resolve on your own through, like, you know, maybe exercise or, like, meditation or, like just, like, therapy, for example. Like, sometimes it does really rely upon taking the medication to offset the chemical imbalances, like Raven has been saying. I bet when I get anxiety medicated, I won't need 3 heart medications every day. Oh, wow. Are you, Raven, are you saying that, like, the heart concerns are because of the anxiety? If the anxiety is not being treated, is that what it is? I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding correctly. Kitty Haas, I understand. I used to be scared of taking pills too, but that's only because of the stigma behind it. Yeah. I think there's a lot of stigma in terms of, like, what other people will think of you. They're like, ooh, like, you cannot handle yourself, or you're a liability. You know what I mean? Whereas that's not fair. It's just like what I mentioned earlier with, you know, taking medication for, like, physical ailments, for example. It's the same thing. Yeah, there's that huge stigma of, like, oh, if you're having to take pills for mental illness, like, you're either weak or you're not a threat per se, but, like, you're, like, a liability. People should stay away. Like, there's been a lot of negative, I think, views, especially back in the day, but that thankfully has changed. But I mean, it's one of those things where obviously with, like, you know, how we progress as a society, there will always be parts of us that feel certain ways, because obviously a lot of us were raised in times where, you know, people just didn't really talk about mental illness that much. It was definitely viewed as something like, ooh, like, that's awful. Like, uh-oh, like, that's not good. You know what I mean? Like, it was definitely viewed as a very negative thing, whereas now it's become a lot more normalized for the best, where people can actually get the help they need and they're not being judged, you know? Or at least being not judged nearly as much as back then. There are definitely still people that are very against it. And it's funny because I feel like a lot of people who could benefit from, like, medication, like, with regards to mental health or just receiving therapy in general, there are a lot of people that could benefit from it, but they're either scared of it or they're almost, like, angered by it, of, like, oh my god, what is this? You know what I mean? This is a lie. This is a scam. Like, it's invasive. But to me, that comes more so out of fear, you know? And it's always one of those things where no one would ever force that upon somebody, but there are people that are very averse to, discussing mental health or, you know, talking about their own mental health, for example. Oh, I see, Raven. I do have heart issues, but the anxiety makes it worse. Gotcha. Kitty says, the best thing I ever did for myself was trying it anyway, even though I was scared because I used to be a shell of a person and now I can live my life comfortably. Absolutely. That's the best. I think that's the best way to approach it, honestly. Leafia says, I just don't like medicine at all. Plus, after having my son, I was so over it that I didn't realize that my mom put my son on my chest. Do you use medication, Alethea, or you choose not to? Raven, we aren't broken. Society is. We're getting medicated to be able to function in a system that doesn't work. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, I'm glad things have changed a lot, because it used to be that stigma of like, ooh, like you have a mental illness, like we're gonna stay away from that person. Like it was very brutal and very how do I say it? There was very strong like lack of humanity and care for people that were struggling mentally. It was always seen as a taboo back then. And, you know, obviously for those of you, I don't know a lot about it, but anybody who has, you know, at least a general knowledge of like American mental hospitals and asylums, especially back in like the 60s, for example, oof, it was rough. I think society overall has just had a very hard time dealing with like mental illness or any kind of like mental condition, if you will. It's always, for so long, it's been very stigmatized. You know, there's people who have even said like, oh, the devil's in you or something, you know. But like I said, I'm glad we have made a lot of progress with that. Kitty, it's because people are scared to face the ugly truth. Yes. Jitsi says, my postpartum depression was too much for me and therapy was only helping so much. I started taking meds finally a few months ago and I feel like the old me after so long, like a cloud has finally passed. Oh, that's awesome. Raven says, Jitsi, I'm glad you're better. Absolutely. Jitsi says, I can finally be the mom I want to be and not be struggling with my own thoughts. Yeah, absolutely. Jitsi, I forget, are you like a new mom? Are you a new mom? I actually forgot completely that you are a mom, so I'm sorry, but like, are you a new mom or have you been a mom for a little while now? Trying to make a little bit of a ledge over here. I don't want people falling over. Just a little bit, not too much though. Let me see. Yeah, that's better. I gotta fix the jaggedness though. Hold on. One moment, please. Oh, we have 2 kids. Okay. Very cool. We got a couple moms in the chat. Jitsi and Alethea. I don't want to clip the lot. That's the one thing I'm trying to avoid. All right. Okay. Maybe I should put more trees. Yeah, I think I should put more trees. Give me one sec. This is Small Central Mountain. And I think these are fir trees. I don't remember. Let me see. I like how it just says game object. That's not descriptive at all. It's like, that's not helping me. Jitsi, my youngest is now 14 months. Ooh. Oh, so I think when you started tuning into the streams, I think like your youngest was probably like maybe 4 months, probably 4, 3 or 4. You're fairly like, I mean, obviously you have another child, but like when you started tuning in, you had like very recently had your second child. Because I remember you've been on stream for quite a while, at least like with my stream, so. Okay, that's better. I don't know. Is it the... I'm trying to remember what the other thing was, you guys. Rush. I have a lot of these bushes and I don't know what they are. Alethea, I choose not to. Alethea, I think your stream is a little behind, so if you want to click the live button, you can, because I just mentioned that like several minutes ago. So I think the stream may have fallen behind, so just click the live button, Alethea. For some reason, the stream does fall behind quite a bit, so. Is it this? No. Ooh, you guys, I don't remember what this, I don't remember what the tree is. Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah, because I mentioned the medication thing like several minutes ago and you just replied, so I'm assuming that it was delayed a little bit. Jitsi, yeah, she was just a few months old when I started watching your streams. Yeah. Time flies. You guys, I'm missing like my tree here. I don't know which tree this is. Let me see. You guys are gonna have to be like my second brain. It's not that. I have that tree already. Live oak. Nope. It's not the rhododendron. What is this? Nope, not that. Shrub? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Sorry, I was busy paying for my nails. Got them done for vacation. Ooh, where are you going? If you don't mind sharing, of course. I'm gonna really enjoy this. I like this little like neighborhood up here. I'm gonna really enjoy this. I'll probably make some of them into like multi-family homes. At least by Sims 3 standards. Ooh, Alethea, your son will be 10 years old. Wow, okay. That's exciting. Ooh, you're going to Mexico, Jitsi. Do you know what part of Mexico? I've been to many areas of Mexico. Where are you headed? Again, if you don't mind me asking. Do you know any Spanish? Okay. Let me do this, you guys. Let me save before I forget. I need to add lights. I don't have lights in this area, so that's very important. We're going to Playa del Carmen this time. I've only been to Puerto Vallarta, so this should be fine. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I've been in Playa del Carmen before. I forget, like... I remember the names. I know I've been there before. I just forget the names of the surrounding areas, because there's, like... It's the Yucatan Peninsula. Let me see. There's Cancun. Is that in the same area? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, Cancun's right there. Okay. I've also been to Tulum. Yeah, the Yucatan Peninsula. Okay, let me see where else. I've been to Cozumel as well. What's the other one? Acapulco. Been there. I've been to Mexico City, but I didn't stay there. We actually got stuck there once in a connecting flight. No, I don't, but I'm... Oh, you're Filipino descent. Oh, wow. That's so interesting. I never knew that, Jitsi. That's so cool. I never knew that. The road's a little bumpy, but, I mean, it should be okay. I should add some more trees there, though. It's kind of barren. Let me see. Is it this one? Yeah. Wait. It's different. Hold on. It's a different tree. I mixed some of them up. I mixed some of the trees up. Okay. Because the bark is different. Okay. Let me see. I think this is the tree. Let me scatter them a little bit. I could put like a little billboard or something over there. Let me see. And now I forgot what the other tree was called. I think it's the shrub. Yep, it's the shrub. Okay. Yeah, the Philippines was colonized by the Spanish for a long time, so there's a lot of similarities. Yeah, I actually, funny enough, Jitsi, there's been a lot of people who thought I was Filipino, which is actually not a bad guess. They're close. They're in like the Southeast Asia area. Okay, let me see. Had a little bit of soil in here. Could be cool to have like a rocky archway. Maybe it's not necessary though. Let me see. Okay. Let me get the lights in place. I didn't plan for the city, you guys. That one kind of irks me because I didn't do my research. I had to look up the sizes of the skyscraper lots. If anybody has that information on hand, please let me know. That would save me a little bit of time. Jitsi, oh yeah, I remember you saying that. I can see the reason. Your skin tone kind of gives that vibe. Yeah. Most people will assume I'm Hispanic or Filipino. Some people have said like biracial, like black biracial. My boyfriend gets confused for Filipino, but he's Chinese descent. Oh, okay. Ooh, how come I have... Hold on one moment. Let me see. What's going on over here? There we go. Okay. That's so interesting. Does he have darker skin, perhaps? Like, he has a darker complexion? I love that little island there. Let me see what else. We got one over here. I think this island you can live on. There is enough area for like a small house or a port, which is why it's here. And then right over here gets very like dingy. I think I'll fill this in more. I think I want it to be a little bit more like sheltered in there. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I should have mixed in the fir trees. I'm not sure. I like that area. Yeah, I like having that like one tropical area, and then over here is a little bit more run down, if you will. But I think I want some of the fir trees. I kind of want to blend it in a little bit, because it is a little stark. Jitsi, to me he looks Chinese, so I don't know how they confuse him for Filipino. His skin is lighter than mine. I think because he has big eyes, so it sets him apart, and his body build is bigger. Ah. Yeah. That makes sense. I was actually watching a really funny video, you guys. It was a person who is Mexican. So I'm assuming that like ethnically they are like Caucasian mixed with like indigenous. But he owned like a little, he either owned a store or he like operated a little convenience store. And people would come up to him and they thought he was Chinese. And so he would speak Spanish and they'd be like, oh, like your Spanish is really good. But he kept telling them like, I'm not Chinese. They thought he was Chinese or like Korean or something like that. But there are actually a lot of Hispanic people that do look Asian. But when you think about it, you know, when you think back to like the old land bridge that used to exist with Alaska, you had a huge like a huge like emigration from Asia and immigrating into the modern day Americas. So like there is a very distant per se, like I guess like a distant genetic link between like modern day like East Asian people, for example, or Southeast Asian people, and that link that they have to like indigenous people, especially like specifically indigenous people that lived in the Americas. You know, that's why like sometimes like you'll see like a native like Eskimo or Inuit, for example, like they do have features that do resemble like East or Southeast Asian individuals. Same with even like a lot of the like Native Americans here, Native Indigenous like in North America, even going into sometimes like South America as well. There are still like certain physical similarities. But I mean, that's like many, you know, we're talking probably thousands of years back in history. So there's a link there for sure, but like you have to kind of go back quite a lot, if you will, like in human history, if that makes any sense. Alethea, I'm thinking about getting an Ancestry DNA kit and seeing what else I have. Yeah. I thought about doing that as well. I'm probably more paranoid of that in terms of like, I'm not worried about the test results, but just I feel weird about like giving my DNA to some kind of lab. But it does seem interesting. Oh, I need to put the lights in. Okay, let me see what the lights are. We need to make this dark first. Okay, let me see. Oh, snap. I didn't fix this light. This light is very much not what it should be. Alright. Let's fix this. There we go. Okay. What is this light over here? I'm gonna be right back, you guys. I have to use the restroom. Alright, I'm back. And I have a blanket. Alethea says, I'm thinking about getting an Ancestry DNA kit. Oh, I already read that, sorry. Alethea said, Jitsi, he might be descended from Filipino. It's possible. Very possible. Okay, now I have to remember what the light's call. It's not the Apology Street light. I think it's this one, though. Let me see. Now, the thing about these street lights, you guys, is that they actually go... How do I say this? The lights are very strong, so you don't need a lot of them. Probably put one about here. And then one over here. And one more probably on the edge. One more over here. Yeah, I don't think we need them on both sides. So with this, let me see. What about here? Here. And like right about there. There we go. Yeah, that should be enough. That should be enough light. Heather, I'll be lurking and I'm still working on my church. Ooh, yeah, I want to see your church, Heather. You're welcome to share it. You're welcome to share it, by the way, in the Discord if you ever feel inclined to. Jitsi says, Alethea, yeah, most likely. Like, somewhere along his line there's a Filipino. I know his dad and brother is dark-skinned, so it's very possible. Yeah, there's always room for, like, I feel like that happens a lot when you go back and, like examine ancestry. There's always, I feel like more oftentimes than not, there's always, like, somebody of an unexpected, like, ethnic background that usually is overlooked, unfortunately. Like, I know for sure that my dad has told me that we have some, I believe it was Iroquois on, like, I think it was my great-grandmother on his father's side, so like the paternal lineage. And it's interesting because my grandfather had more of the darker features. I do believe he had like brown hair, brown eyes. He was a little bit more probably not as dark as I am, like my complexion, but definitely closer to like that slightly darker olive skin tone that you'd associate with like Italians, for example, or like Spain, Italy, if you will, like that Mediterranean, I guess. All right, let me fix these lamps. I think these I can actually enter coordinates on. Yeah, okay. This one's floating off a little bit. It's going off track. Okay. Degrees. Ooh. Okay. That's pretty good. That in place. Lovely, lovely. Oops. Just went at 90. We're definitely getting closer, you guys. Definitely getting closer. So that area is lit. The government area is not fully lit, and this is not fully lit either. Funny enough, I lit all of the supernatural area. All of the farmland is lit. I need to light this area. Alethea, sometimes when I just have my natural hair done, people can see I am Native American. My great-grandmother is 150 Cherokee. And her father was 50% Cherokee, and her mother was 100%. Ooh, okay. That's so cool, Alethea. This would be so cool living up here, you guys. If you could have like a look over the city. I almost want to create like maybe a little bit of an overlook over here, like a small park or something. And maybe like if I had railings here. What do we think about that, you guys? What do we think about like making an overlook over here to look over the city? So what I'm thinking is I can flatten this area. Let me just make it bright again. I'm thinking I can flatten this area over here and then have a little bit of an overlook. What do we think? That could be cool. Ooh, it's so pretty, you guys. I love it. I'm gonna toot my own horn because I think it looks gorgeous. Like it's a great view. Like look at this. We got the moon back there. Lady Oak says an overlook would be cute. I think so, you guys. What do we think? Get a view of the waterfall over there. I love this time of day, you guys. Like the afternoon looks, I don't know, it makes it look very realistic. Kind of. I mean, to me it looks realistic. More realistic, I guess. Kitty, it's looking great so far. Thank you, Kitty. Yeah, we're getting so close. I'm just very, like, detail-oriented, so it's taking me a little while. We might, like, at some point, like, in the middle of the week, take a break and do more of Lillian's gameplay. But, yeah. Be right back. No problem, Alethea. Let me see. The farm area is pretty cool. I think I got most of that done. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm so excited to build this, you guys. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm very ready for it. What I will do, though, let me do this. I have to remember how to do this, though. Let me see. This will be... let me see. Small island beside farms. This will be like another habitable area. I might make it into a small beach, but I'm not sure. I do want it to be more secluded, though. This is the military area over here. It's like a little bump over there I gotta fix. Probably add like a little bit of something here. I'm not too sure. It's a little bit of a mound over here. Ooh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm like, can I fast forward to like building already? Just fast forward, Townie. It's all right. Okay, so let's do this. I need to work on this part of the city over here. I don't need this anymore. Let me do this. I need a little tiny bit of like surface area to work with. Let me tell you one time. Say less. Take it slowly. You gotta be lonely. All right. Okay, we got like a small island going on here. Let me see. Okay. Every inch of you. Let me turn up the music a little bit. Okay, I don't need this. We got chemistry. Alright, pat this in a little bit. Lovely, lovely. Alright, so I think I had oak trees. I think I had oak trees and I had firs. So let me see. Oh, I got old boats. What's this? Pier pylons? That's the old one. Old pier. This is like the huge one. I could almost see this working over here, actually. I'll think about it. Think about it. Okay, let me see. Fir trees. It's probably down here. Okay. I was like, where am I looking over here? I have the darker ones. Let me see. Is this the right? But it's keeping me away. Okay, this is the wrong one. This one. And it's much too late to say. I'm really the same. Once it goes to Korean, I don't know what they're saying, unfortunately. We've did before. Wrote so far and high. Put you in. Do any of you guys ever do that where you don't know the lyrics, but you're gonna like sing syllables that sound slightly like what they're saying? I'm notorious for that, unfortunately. Not good. It's keeping me away. Yeah, anybody who actually knows Korean, I would love to know what the lyrics are saying when he does go to Korean, when he does sing in Korean. Put you in love. Put you in love. Let me get some shrubs in here. How many times I've heard before, I won't say a thing no more. Live. Maybe I'll kind of blend it in a little bit. All right, that's looking better. We had sandy shores. Okay, let me try to mimic that a little bit. Let me see. I feel like we might have to go a little lower. I do like the secret mountain area. I'm gonna have like little lots that like are just out in the middle of the ocean. I mean, it's exciting though, right, you guys? Like having lots to live off grid. Like we have another one that's over here that you could put a small lot down on. We have the little island over here, which you could live on. It would have to go out into the water, but it's doable. My sunlight, you are my sunlight, yeah. The first island is shared like a foot. What? This one? Or the one over here? Let me see. Probably this one. The farm one is shaped like a foot. All right, let's do this. Let's do a little bit flatten gentle. By the way, has anybody been wanting a tarot reading? I haven't done a tarot stream in a while, but I never know when to do it. Because I'd love to have like new people also join for tarot readings, but I always feel like I'm never on at the right time. Or maybe people don't trust me. Not you guys, but like for people that like come on to like the Twitch stream, because obviously I'm not like, I don't normally stream tarot. So you guys are usually more accustomed to me doing it, but people that are not like on Twitch, they're like, who the heck is this guy? Yeah, it happens. That's okay. You are my sunlight. Oh. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want like a little bit more of a beachy area over here. Just a little bit. Yeah, like, who are you? I love that meme. Who? You're who? Who are you again? My ex used to use it as a diss, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Oh my god! Like anytime like somebody like was mentioned that we didn't know that was supposed to be important, or like thought they were important, we're like, "Who are you again?" Especially if they were being a hater, you know what I mean? It's like, who are you? I'm sorry. Were you important? It's great, honestly. Who are you? All right, let me see. And some beach over here. Yeah, this looks better. Lovely, darlings. Lovely, lovely. Oop. I like how it kind of sprinkles into some of the soil. Like it kind of buffers into it a little bit. I'm gonna try to buffer this in over here too. Maybe a little lower though. Let me see. Yeah, a little bit. I want it to like kind of circle the island. Like, it's like, how do we make it circle the island but not make it look too perfect? If it like divoted in a little bit like that. Oop. I'm going under the water. I've never made, in The Sims 3, you guys, I've never made dive spots before. Like where you go underwater and explore. Have any of you guys ever made that in The Sims 3? I definitely have not. Okay. Something like that. Cool. We got our island over here. Let me see. This island is actually all sand, funny enough. I didn't use like any of the... I didn't use any of the dirt texture. Interesting. Lady Oaks, okay, I'm rolling away now. Bye-bye. Well, thank you for popping on in, Lady Oaks. I appreciate it. Catch you next time. Ooh. That's not, like, buffering how I would like it to do. Let me see. Should I make more of a hill and then taper it down, maybe? Like add in a little bit of sand over here. Yeah, I do like this as a little landing area. Maybe another area of sand over here. Let me see. Raindrops falling, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's weird, you guys. I have a lot of songs in this playlist, but I feel like I know them so well. There's like 31 songs in here, but I feel like there's more like 10. I have to download more. I know a lot of them are by the same artist, so it makes it seem like they're the same song, but they're not. All in my head. More sand. Lovely. Yeah, you could definitely have like a small house or something over here. Do 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 do. All right, let's get some rocks in place. Just a little bit over here. Raindrops falling, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay. Like that. Let's do some of the same trees. We don't have, funny enough, we don't have a lot of tropical trees, you guys. It's mainly like that area over there, but I'm fine with it. I almost want like more autumnal trees back here, though, somehow. I think we have red trees. I think. Like, I guess more of a maple kind of tree, if that makes sense, you guys. Hopefully I'm using the right tree. Let's see. Sure, I have the right tree over here, too. Yeah. Well, found out. No words can explain what I'm feeling. Being with you feels like easy breathing. Don't you just come out and take it? Am I losing? Oh, oops. I was like, am I losing my mind? We have oak red. Let me see. Oh, that's not a red tree, though. The lies. The lies. We have a shrub. These shrubs are huge. I like them, but they're just so big. Let me see. I think we have better trees somewhere. Small oak. I mean, this is not bad. It's still quite large, though. Just add a few of them. That's pretty good. I don't want to put too many trees. If anything, I'll put like smaller shrubs. I just can't find what I'm looking for. Let me see what some of these are. Oh, that's pretty. Not for here, though. Maple Young. Nope. What's this? Redwood Dawn? Oh, this is more like a pine tree, evergreen kind of thing. Scotch pine? Okay. A lot of these are very similar. Oh, you know what? I should have used this over here. I should have used this like in the supernatural area. Oops. Oh no, I'm stuck. No, the game's glitching. No! It's glitching, you guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, it's good now. It goes into like infinite drift mode and I can't get out of it. Alright, let me see. I still want those shrubs. The game does have smaller... Excuse me. Shrubs. Blah, blah, blah. The game does have smaller shrubs, but I just don't know where they are. Let me see what this is. Nope. I don't want that. Pampas grass. This is actually cute. These are like cattails, but I think I'd have to be more specific with where I place them. Let me see. Where are these? We have fern trees? Oh, small. Fern plants, rather. Buckthorn. Oh, I think this was it, you guys. It's very small, though. There's this, but I hate the color. Okay. Well, buckthorn it is. It's gonna have to do, which is fine. They're just very small, so I have to put a lot of them. Anybody eating anything good for dinner? I'm probably gonna depart pretty soon because I do have to eat. But anybody eating anything good for dinner? Time. Cream. Ooh. I ate a sleeve of Oreos. Lovely. I used to down like Ritz crackers. I used to eat so many of those. I know that feeling, Kitty Haws. I could not handle the sugar though. Like I don't handle sugar very well, you guys. Sometimes I can. Other times I'm like, oof, I can't. Alethea, I'm going to get some of my sister's food she made earlier. Ooh, what did she make? What did she make, Alethea? Kitty Haws, oh, I love those crackers, LOL. I usually eat them with brie. Oh my god, don't get me started on brie. Kitty Haws, it's so good. Probably regret it in the morning, yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, it's okay. Gotta indulge just a little bit. Alright. There's that. Alright, that's a pretty good looking island. Let me get, like... You can definitely fit, like, a couple small houses here if you want it. I'm 30, I can make my own bad decisions. Absolutely. It's a little too small. Ooh, thank you for all the love. Just a little bit of green. It was very strong for some reason. Let me see. It's the same green though. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Am I using the wrong green? It looks better on that area for some reason. Maybe I have to layer it. Let me see. Yeah, I don't... Why is that green so strong? I don't like that. But I'm pretty sure that's the one, though. Is it this? Maybe it's this, you guys. Yeah, I think it was this one. Just trying to give it a little bit of color, you know? Buffer it in over here. Ooh, yeah, I like that island. Oh no! It disappears. Olivia says, I'm with you, kitty. I am eating a strawberry shortcake pie. Ooh. That sounds delicious. Raven says, so, I bought one of those volcanic rock balls to help oily face without removing makeup. How have those been? Volcanic rock balls. Is it like a charcoal type of thing, Raven? I'm not familiar with it too much. Not only does it work, but I can feel myself using it to stim. What's that? Stimulate like the pores? I gotta check the water level over here. Oop, we got a floating tree. Oh, self-soothing movements. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Okay. Alright, I think this is a pretty good stopping point, you guys. So we got the island back here done. We added the trees in the shore over here. We got lights on the mountain area, which is great. We finished the foliage over here. We corrected some of the beach area with some stones. Might add more, though. I feel like this needs a little bit more. I could add, like, another stone. Let me see. I kind of want to glam this up a little bit. Let me see. Ooh, sent a pig on Discord. Okay. I had like 2 or 3 of them. Of the shortcake? Hold on one sec, you guys. Where are you? What's this? Oh, this is this. Okay. I do like these, though. Let me see if I can place them somewhere. Formation 2. I wish I could make them larger, but I don't think I can adjust scale. Rolling that thing over my face gives me the same feeling as when I was a kid, rubbing my face against a stuffed animal. Aww. I love my stuffed animals, honestly. That's pretty cool. I do like these. I think they make the island a little bit more interesting. Let me see. Into me. I think I miss you too. Maybe I'll add one more over here. Yeah, with the strawberry shortcake. Hezekiah, back when on lurk mode, had technical difficulties with the internet. Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah, I was thinking of also, like, going out, you guys. I was gonna see if I can get, like, a blanket for my couch. I feel like it's easier to keep clean with a blanket that you can put on top of the couch versus, like, having to constantly clean the individual cushions and stuff. kind of want to do a big arc, like archway somewhere. Let me see. Oop. I don't like how that kind of peeks through the water. Let me see. What's this? What the heck? Oh, I think it was a glitch. That was weird. It was so weird, you guys. Let me put this one a little farther in. There we go. There is that, like, very large one that I do like. Is it this one? No, this is not. I do like these rocks, though, but it's not. Petroglyphs? Nope. Nope. What's this? Nope. There's a lot of, like, random stuff. There's so much random stuff. Let me see. That's cool. I wonder if we can put this somewhere. Let me see. I need you. You need me too. Got a lot of billboards. Let me see. Could almost put it over here. Is it too much? I think it looks too industrial, because I would like something here, but let me see. Water tower. Welcome sign. A wrecked car. Oh, hey, Gloopy. Glad you're doing well. Building a steampunk Victorian house and a steampunk Victorian cafe and flower shop. Ooh. I'd be curious to see what that looks like. If you ever want to join our Discord, you certainly can if you ever want to share pictures. Raven says would be funny. What's funny? Beach cliff. What is this? Oh, this is huge. I think this was what I had. Yeah. This is what I had for the waterfall. I do like this, but let me see. I kind of want to add like some version of it, but let me see. Oh, the wrecked car. Yeah, just randomly chilling out. I'll probably add it though. Like there are parts of the world that are more like lore heavy. So I think it would make sense in some areas. Could do something like that. Let me see. Ooh, I kind of like how it frames that area. Let me see. My heart can't take it anymore. I don't like how you can see the bottom of it, though. That, I'm like... It's kind of forcing me to, like, shove it into the island like this. Which I don't Let me do without it for a sec. I need to plan the... I really need to plan the lots out over here. And then I think we'll stop. Stop out here. Okay, let's say so. Grid activated. Oops. Why did I go? Hold on, hold on. Okay, there's one lot. Know what else to expect. Let's do another one over here. Oops. Nope. I'll do like 2 smaller ones. That's pretty good. That's good. Maybe 2 slightly smaller ones. Let me see. Maybe some beach condos over here, and I'll do a smaller one. Uh-oh. Go in front. I can't select the... I can't select anything. Gloopy says the cafe name is Time's Ticking Cafe and the flower shop's name is Bloom with Roxy. Oh, okay. Oh, it's on the gallery then, I'm assuming. I guess uncluster? I need to select the plant. Let me select the plant. Oh, it's selecting the rock. Oh, that's not what I want though. I don't want that. Oh, not on the gallery yet. Okay. No worries. We have some foliage here, you guys, but I can't figure out how to get rid of it. I think because this is in the way. Let me see. Not even. Let me see. Hold on. That's not helpful, game. There's like so many objects. Who thought this was a good idea? I don't know. Alethea, I wish EA and Sims 4 would do this in order to fix the bugs and fix all the DLC. That's me having wishful thinking. Would do this in order to fix the bugs? What do you mean? Do what specifically? Like just fixing in general? having like mixed feelings about these. They're fixing the game. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've like given up on that, honestly. Unfortunately. What is this? For some reason the rocks are like selectable. I don't understand that, you guys. Player active. I still can't like... Trying to see like which one it is. Drowning. At least I can scroll through them, but my god, this is not... It's like EA didn't think through this process. Raven, I gotta make dinner. Happy building, Townie. Oh, thanks, Raven. Have a good dinner. I'm not gonna be here too much longer, so don't worry. Won't be missing too much. I'm just trying to find this little shrub. Let me know when you see it, you guys. Where is this? There it is. Goodness. There. Good lord. Okay. We got a good amount. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, this will be our stopping point, you guys. Okay, so we fixed the island. We got the lots down. We'll fix some of this area over here. Fix some of the mountain. We'll probably do the overlook next time. We got the lights on the mountain. That's very important. I gotta add lights into the island. And then I have to also put lights on this area once I get the lot sizes down. And we got this island as well, which is close to being done. I might add just a few details in here. Maybe a boat. Put a stray boat somewhere. But it's coming along. I like this little farm area. I like this kind of weird turn over here. I might add like a railing so we don't like go over into the ocean by accident. But I do like this area. I like how the farm is nestled back. And you do have some pretty large lots over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, every district I think has at least 8. With the exception of the mountain. Mountain has 7. Supernatural has a lot though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. But that is it, you guys. It's getting there. I think we're like at the 90% mark. What do we think? 90% done with the Shell of the World, I think? We're close. We're getting close. It's like a... It's a passion project. We need passion to get through this. But that is it, you guys. We will be back on probably Thursday. Maybe back tomorrow, but more likely Thursday with more progress. And then Friday, I do want to actually start building in the world. I will build this as a save file because currently the edit in-game feature is not working. Kitty Haas, it's coming along nicely. Thank you, Kitty Haas. Alethea says, I say we're getting close. Yes, I think so too. I gotta make a backup of this world. I'm gonna be so sad, you guys, if something happened to this world. I'd be like, I'm not building a custom world again. I'm just gonna download everything island and be done with it because damn, like this is such a huge effort. So we hope that nothing happens to it. Hezekiah says, looks finished. It's not quite. We're missing a lot of lots over here with lights. The rest of it, like, let's say if I did export it, it's mostly playable, but there are areas that are missing lights, like street lamps and stuff. I'm missing some, like, stoplights as well, but it's getting there. But that is it, you guys. I will see you guys next time on Thursday by the looks of it. It was a good session, though. 2.5 hours. Not bad for a stream. But yeah, Friday, I'm like, we're going to do it. We're hopefully going to do it. Yes, take care, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day or evening. And as always, this has been Townie Streams. Signing off. See you next time, you guys.